Hopefully you can hear me. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming, and thank you for asking me to speak tonight. I stand here tonight and I want to assure you all that the Board of Selectmen is 100% against the retail sale of marijuana in the town of Milford. We are going to do everything we can to make sure that it doesn't happen, and one of the first things that we did, Selectman Buckley brought it forward, is the referendum vote. And the conversation that I had with Beverly earlier was last night at the Milford Water Company referendum, and tonight. Don't be discouraged if you don't think there are a lot of people here. Beverly made a great point. If 20 people tell 20, and 40 tell 40, and 80 tell 80, the word will get out there on the street. And that's the most important thing that we need to take out of this room tonight. You know, Donna talked about the wall. I've been in Milford 32 years. I grew up in a town just east of here. And as a young adolescent, when I got my license, 3 older brothers when they got their license, my younger sister when she got her license, we weren't allowed anywhere near Milford. The perception in our family was that Milford was a drug-ridden town, and we weren't allowed there. And my dad and my mother, when they used to come visit us after we moved to Milford, my father used to laugh and say, geez, what a great town. I never allowed you to come here. He said, and I used to say, Dad, it's perception. Perception is everything, because Milford is a great town. You know, everybody knows that opiates is a problem, not just in Milford. It's a problem worldwide. I was at Mass General Hospital the other night, and I was talking to a nurse, and I said, you know, geez, at Milford Hospital, I said, I'm a newly elected member of the Board of Selectmen. I said, I get text messages from the police chief. I said, it's really a problem. She said to me, you think it's a problem there? You should see our emergency room, and we're only one of 7 hospitals in the city of Boston. She said, it's like a revolving door. This is the start, or one of the starts, that leapfrogs to opioid addiction. And as Amy spoke about it, and anybody that is in Amy's industry will tell you that it's a start, okay, to opioid addiction. I urge all of you, Dr. Tremblay, 2 years ago, brought the program to the Milford High School. It's a movie called If I Only. You can YouTube it. We had 2 shows at the high school during the daytime. We had 1 at night for anybody that couldn't make it, and we had 1 at the 8th grade level. It's produced by the Wahlberg Foundation. And Jim Wahlberg, Mark and Donnie Wahlberg's brother, has taken it national. It's based on a story, and we've all been there, of high school, seniors in high school planning a weekend party. And so what they do is all week long they're planning this party. And the students go into their parents' medicine cabinet, and they don't take a lot, but they take 2-3 pills of whatever kind. And then they have this party on Friday night. They throw all these pills into a bowl, and they're called Lucky Charms. And then through the whole party, they're swallowing pills and drinking beer and doing all this kind of stuff. One of the mothers catches on. It's based on a true story. One of the mothers catches on, and she takes her son for a sports physical, and she tells the doctor. The doctor says, I'll blood test him. He'll never know. He'll think it's part of his physical. He calls her the next day, and he tells her he's loaded with opiates. She gets him into rehab, and of course, as a mother, she goes to the home of his best friend and tells his parents that they might want to have their son tested, and denial kicks in. Just because your son's on drugs doesn't mean our son's on drugs. And basically, they escort her to the front door of the house. The following day, their son overdoses on heroin. They shoot a scene at St. Stephen's Church in Tewksbury. I still get the EBGBs when I talk about it. But the bottom line is you have to see this. But at the end of the movie, there's a presentation. And there was a father from Franklin that said, if you're sitting out there and you think, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me. He was fortunate, his son lived. His son was in a horrific automobile accident in Franklin, loaded with opiates, flipped the car over, and survived. There was a mother there that's a physician's assistant. Her son was National Honor Society, 3-star athlete on Cape Cod, got a full ride to St. Michael's College to play soccer. The summer before he started his freshman year, he injured his knee water skiing. He was dead his sophomore year of college. So if people don't think it's an issue, it's a serious, serious issue, and this is the start of it. And that's why we need to stand together and make sure that it doesn't come to our community. Because Milford is a great community. We have issues just like any other community, okay? But we don't need to be dealing with this. We're already trying to deal with the opiate addiction, okay? And as I said earlier, all day long, my phone goes off from the chief of police. And fortunately, most of the people that are ODing in this town, this morning was 7:30 outside Spectrum House, okay, survived. But the problem is that they're getting smarter now. And what they're doing is they're starting to use the old buddy system. You know, kids used to go out years ago and say, we're gonna go to Boston, you're the designated driver. They're doing the same thing now with opiates. Okay, they're able to get their hands on Narcan. They say, we're going out tonight. You're gonna stay straight. We're gonna get wasted. And if one of us goes down, you're gonna Narcan us. That's a serious, serious problem. And that's why, again, as I say to you, we need to stand together. We need to make sure that people get out and vote on that referendum. We need to send the same message the town of Westboro sent, not in Milford. We don't want it, doesn't belong here. We don't want that element, and I don't mean them any disrespect, but we don't want that element. As I said to somebody one day, there was rumors that one of the stores was gonna go down by Kohl's. I said, well, that's great. That's exactly what you want. So you wanna have a family come out of the Applebee's, you want to have a mother come out of the Kohl's with her 2 young children, getting ready to buying clothes to go back to school, and you have a pot shop? No, that's not what we want in this town. Not at all. So again, not to be repetitive, the most important thing that we need to take out of this room tonight is that we make sure that we spread the message to everybody to get out and make sure we vote on the referendum. You know, the last election in the town of Milford, we only had roughly 3,000 people vote. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And we can't have that on the referendum. We need everybody to get out and vote on the referendum. And again, I want to say thank you to all of you for coming tonight, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.